Hello, so another beer review. I'm really excited for this one. It's a beer I've been wanting to try for a very long time. Don't know why I haven't done it by now. It's not I don't think it's particularly hard to get hold of, but it is probably one of the most sought after Belgian ales in the world. It is Orval. They've been brewing this. It's a Trappist beer. They've been brewing this since 1931. It's fermented with Brettanomyces in the bottle. It's dry hopped. It's a pretty interesting beer from what I've heard. It's pretty much the only beer that this brewery produce. The brewery pretty much, I think, it's just called Orval. I don't know. But well, they do. I say that they do apparently do a lower ABV version, which is only available in a cafe near the monastery. So that's exciting. But anyway, I'm really excited for this one. Unfortunately, though, I don't have one of the branded glasses you're apparently supposed to drink this in. So I'll have to make do with my Brew York Taku, I'm afraid. But that was sort of the closest thing to in shape I could find, really, to the glass, to the bottle. Yeah, to the glass, sorry. But yeah, anyway, let's get this in. Ooh, smells good. I believe this is the 2022 edition. It was bottled on the 5th of January. Oh God. Oh no, I've been having a few problems lately with the Dirty Glass Mafia, and I think they're going to be back after me. Bloody hell. Maybe it's just telling me that I shouldn't be drinking this beer in a glass that isn't an Orval glass. But oh, it's a lively bastard. But God, it smells strong. It smells really funky. You can smell it from here, but yeah, I mean, look at that, really lively pour. About 5 fingers of head. You know, beautiful coloured, you know, sort of dark, deep, sort of reddy amber colour. A slightly off-white head. Beautiful looking beer. I imagine it looks beautiful if you've got less head as well, but the smell is just, smells amazing if I'm honest. You can smell the Brett, really funky. And apparently this is a beer which, you know, a lot of people age. It's got best before end of 5th of Jan 2027, which is strange because it's a hoppy beer. But people age this because the Brettanomyces eat all the sugar in the bottle and create all sorts of sort of flavours, you know, the longer it's kept. So this is fairly fresh, like I said. Filming this on the 2nd of April 2022, bottled on the 5th of January 2022, so we're talking 3 months, but yeah. Let's go in more for the smell. I've already gone in for the smell, haven't I? But let's go in more. It kind of smells like a distillery. There's a I don't know if you've ever visited like a distillery in Scotland or something, like, you know, like done a tour, but I don't think it's like a maltiness, but the smell kind of reminds me of that. There's a real sort of, almost a bit like a whiskey smell. Really yeasty. Like I said, it's got the funkiness from the Brett. Get a bit more in. Slight hoppiness, sort of fruity, tannic, bit leathery maybe. Smells really complex. I can't wait any longer. I'm going to dive in and get all this head over my moustache. Well, that's interesting. That's got a really like unique almost flavour. It's not really like any other Belgian ale I've had. There's a real pininess to it and bitterness, you know, it's really hoppy, you know. Got them quite fruity, funky, dry. You know, it's not really particularly sweet. You know, it almost looks a bit like an old school West Coast IPA in the glass. I mean, this is a far more old school beer, this, but been brewed since 1931. But it's really fruity. It's almost like a bit of like a bit appley sort of taste, I guess. You know, quite sort of tannic, sort of apple skin. Like I said, really Bretty. Got that sort of Belgian-y taste you expect. It's far less, I know I said there was some maltiness sort of on the smell, but it's far less malty than your usual Belgian ale. Like I said, the hops and the yeast are pretty much carrying this. It's really well made, as you'd expect. Super complex, one to sort of, you know, it's not one to gulp down. You can tell that years of brewing expertise have gone into making this. Like I said, I can't believe I've never had this before, because it probably, like, it is one of the sort of, probably one of them beers to try before you die, sort of. Probably the sort of like one of the sort of most sort of like sought after Belgian beers. It wasn't expensive either. It was, I think I got it from Honest Brew. It was about, I want to say just about £3.25 or something like that. Like, you know, it's not, that's a good thing about Belgian beers for me. It's just, you pay like your 5, 6, 7, 8 quid a can for your fancy craft stuff, which I love. You know, I review plenty of that on my channel. But I always think value for money, you cannot go wrong with a good Belgian beer, because they, you know, they're so well made. There's almost a little bit of toffee now starting to come through. Sort of like burntness. It's almost a little bit, I probably get slaughtered for saying this, but there is a bit of like a West Coast IPA sort of vibe to it in a weird way. You know, some of the flavours sort of do share, like it's got that bitterness, that pininess, that sort of toffee, that sort of burnt, slightly burnt sort of taste you sometimes get. Like I say, it's not really like any other Belgian beer I've had. mean. Look at the colour of it. A bit more that sort of Belgian yeastiness coming through now. Poured a bit more in, must have got some sort of sediment in. That said, I did hear there was meant to be a lot of sediment. I'm not getting a huge amount, if any, actually, in the glass. Maybe it must all still be in the bottle. But it's probably going on a bit long, this review, but it's not one to sort of rush through this beer. You know, lots of layers to it. It's absolutely stunning, if I'm honest. Let's give it a rating anyway. You know, a real bucket list beer, this. I say a bucket list, it's not, like I said, not particularly hard to get a hold of. But, I mean, I got it from Honest Brew for about £3.25, so. But, you know, it is one of them sort of ones to try before you die. It does live up to the hype. You know, it's a fantastic Trappist ale. You know, a bit different to a lot of sort of your other Belgian beers. I absolutely love this. I love my Belgian beers. This is, you know, a fantastic beer. To rate this, complex, it's deep, you know, lots of flavours, beautiful looking beer. I'm going to give this struggling to fault it, if I'm honest. I'll probably give this a 5 out of 5. It's absolutely stunning. Incredible beer. And yeah, definitely one you want to try, especially if you love your Belgian ales. And if you like sort of like your funky lambics and stuff as well, which I guess are Belgian as well, but it's got a lot of sort of mixed, firm sort of funkiness characters to it as well. So, you know, a bit of something for everyone in this beer. You know, you got the hoppiness for your hop head, you got your Belgianiness for your Belgian ale fans, you got your sort of funkiness for your sort of mixed firm sort of lambic sort of fans. So yeah, a bit of everything in it. So I can't really fault it. It has to get a 5. It's just an absolute stunning beer. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please drop us your thoughts below, give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.